Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing my top 5 most favorite YouTube channels. So yeah, let's do this thing. First I'm going to show the odd ones out for top 5.
Everyone at some point in their life should work in a fast food or retail job. Not to improve their work ethic or anything, but so that everyone knows what it's like to have that kind of job. They wouldn't work in fast food their whole lives, maybe just like for 6 months, just so they get a feel for it. So with that, let's talk about the time when I worked in fast food. I used to work at a very small local sandwich shop. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It's called Subway. Our spokesperson was in the news recently. I don't know if you guys look at the news. Did you hear he got beat up in jail? I kind of want to meet the person who beat up Jared more than Jared. Not in person. We wouldn't meet in person, obviously. But like, he would be behind bars, and I would look at the guy who beat up my spokesperson. How many people get to say that they beat up a fast food icon who is also a pedophile? Only one, and it's that guy. Okay, but seriously guys, working at Subway was probably one of the most easiest jobs out there. I don't know why I'm about to complain about it to you guys. We got free cookies. And you know the comic with the Subways in Hell? I was actually working at Subway when I made that comic. I just think it adds sort of a little bit of value to it. You see, the owners, who were husband and wife, can you believe it, of the Subway I worked at owned 2 stores. One of the Subway stores was in a Walmart on an Indian reservation, because we have those in Arizona, and the other Subway was the Subway I worked at. And since the Walmart store was always busy, the owners would spend 99% of their time at that store. So I didn't really have a boss most of the time. On the off chance the owners did show up, they would just pick up some food and then they would make sure I was making sandwiches the right way. And every time I made a sandwich in front of them, they would always find something wrong with it, without fail. You put on too many olives. Do you know, according to the Subway formula, you're only supposed to put on 8 olives on a foot long? 8! One for every other bite. That's just ridiculous. Can you imagine someone just counting out 8 olives? Nobody does that. I usually worked the closing shift, and at the end of the night, we would turn the alarm, and we had 60 seconds to get out of the store. But one time I had the opening shift, so I unlocked the door to get in with my key, and the alarm went beep, beep, meaning I had 60 seconds to turn it off. No big deal, right? I've turned the alarm on all the time when I was closing. So I go to the little control panel, and I type in the code, and nothing happens. The beeping is still there, and the clock is still ticking down. So I go, okay, I'm going to press each button very carefully. I'm going to make sure each button makes a beep when I press it. Beep, beep, beep. Nothing still happens. So I go, okay, I'm going to make sure to press each button very carefully. And I start thinking, did they change the passcode without telling me? Well, this is the only passcode I know, so we're just going to try it again. And I press each button very carefully. Beep. 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 It goes quiet. And then the alarm goes off. I still had like 20 seconds left. But I guess when you get it wrong 3 times, it automatically assumes that you're a burglar. So while the alarm is going off, I look on the contact sheet for the owner's cell phone number. I step outside. I call him. And he doesn't pick up. So I go back inside, find the number for the other Subway store. They open an hour before we do. Someone picks up with their stupid voice. Oh, thank you for calling Subway. I'm blah, 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 blah. How may I help you? And I go, hey, is Mike there? That's not his real name, guys. Don't worry. And they go, just a minute. Yeah, sure. I have all the time in the world. The cops might be on their way, but take your time. So, Mike picks up. Yellow. Hey, Mike, this is James. What's the passcode for the alarm? Who is this? It's James. What's the passcode? What are you doing there, James? Why aren't you answering the question? I have the opening shift. Is the alarm going off? Yeah, no one told me the new code. Yeah, we changed it. It's the last 4 digits of your social security number. Oh, okay, thanks, Mike. I don't know my social security number. So I finally get the alarm off. No one showed up, thankfully. Which I actually don't know if that's a good thing or not, now that I say it out loud. We did have a store manager who would like make the schedule and sometimes tell us, hey, can you guys do a better job at your job? But other than that, she was cool. She watches my videos, and so do her little brothers. They're big fans. Shout out to Ivan and Andy. Those are the brothers. So get this. At Subway, you only work with one other person. Just you and them in an empty Subway for 5 hours. I mean, we weren't like empty all the time. Okay? And when you're not making sandwiches, you have other stuff to do, like stocking the chips, or we had stuff to do. But okay, we did watch a lot of Netflix and do homework, so I mean...
Okay, I'm going to just have to stop there for a second. I'm going to pull up the next YouTube channel. Just give me a second. Okay, now we are gonna check out, and the number 4 spot is Swerve. This is one of his latest videos and a shorter one, so I can so this video isn't as long as an hour, so we're just gonna start the video. 3, 2, 1. By the way, did y'all see Chaos Theory, by the way?
Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. In today's video, we're going to have minimal spoilers for Chaos Theory Season 1, so if you still haven't seen anything from the show quite yet, please keep in mind that this video may contain some spoilers regarding the ending of Season 1. Today, we're going to be discussing Season 2 of Chaos Theory. I know, crazy since Season 1 only just came out, but we should start to work out when we'll get the next season for this show. As we have known for a while now, at least 2 seasons of Jurassic World Chaos Theory are happening, thanks to a slip up in some interviews describing this show in plural terms. But when can we see this? When can we expect it? What will happen in it? How long do we have to wait? Well, we'll be trying to work that out in today's video. Before that, have you subscribed? We post loads of Jurassic related content here on YouTube, whether that's for Chaos Theory, Jurassic 7, Jurassic World Evolution 2 and Evolution 3, and even Jurassic Park Survival. Anything mainstream, we've got it. So if that interests you in any way, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all of the latest content and news coming from the Jurassic franchise. Today's like goal is 2,000 likes, so why not like the video if you're excited to learn more. One final time. There are spoilers for Jurassic World Chaos Theory.
Listen to the man, there is actually spoilers.
Please be aware. But once you're ready, sat back, relaxed, and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, it's time to learn when the second season of Jurassic World Chaos Theory will be arriving.
Everyone deserves the
Advertisement. Sorry, folks.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch now.
New Herbal Essences Sulfate Free is now packed with plant-based ingredients your hair will love, like pure aloe and...
So why do we believe that a second season of Jurassic World Chaos Theory will be happening? Well, it comes to no surprise that after checking out that ending, that cliffhanger that we got in Season 1, it's undoubtable that a second season is going to happen for this show. And that's completely understandable. Not only do we have the sudden appearance of a long-loved character from ages ago, one of which we thought was dead throughout the whole season, but we also have a kind of like an open book ending to Season 1. We see the campers getting on that boat to go elsewhere. But where are they going? I have no clue. We have no clue. There's loads of possibilities. Initially, we thought that Chaos Theory is set before the event of Jurassic World Dominion, but according to some on-screen stuff, we see some dates that suggest that it takes place after Dominion. So whether or not they're actually going to Malta, I don't know. That makes me question things, since we know that Malta is pretty much a no-go zone when it comes to black market stuff, which I assume is what that boat was. So we do know that they are going somewhere, something is going to happen. So we know that a season 2 is clearly going to tie in this story and start something new and start something fresh. So surely, and I'm very, very certain here, like 99% sure, that a second season of Jurassic World Chaos Theory is on the way. What will it be about? Well, I don't entirely know. I assume there'll be some kind of storyline involving Brooklyn and how her storyline will kind of intersect with the storyline of the original 5, the rest of the New Blast 6, because something's going to happen there. They have to meet up in some way, because I imagine, like, I don't know, maybe the 7th or the 10th episode of season 2 is going to showcase Brooklyn meeting up with the gang once again, and then they're going to be very angry with her because of everything she's been doing off screen and how she just didn't, I don't know, care to tell them that she's alive. So season 2 is definitely going to be about the campers and Brooklyn coming back together, but I assume that they are going to tie in that black market story somehow. Again, I don't really see them going to Malta if it does take place after Dominion. So it does make me question what exactly is going to happen in season 2, because there are some loose ends when it does come to the show. So I do assume that this season could practically go anywhere really. And when we do take a look at the development of this animated show, typically a 10-episode season, it can take about 6 months to a year to make. Now, Chaos Theory has been in active production for at least 2 years, maybe even 3 years. So there is a high possibility here that season 2 and maybe even a season 3 is already done. So we do have to keep that in mind, because they practically did this with Camp Cretaceous. They solidified season 1, 2, and 3. They got those done and dusted, like back to back to back in production. And then season 4, they had a little bit of a break, then also got those 2 back to back as well, which is why there was a bigger gap between the release of season 3 and season 4 of Camp Cretaceous. Assuming that they've done the same thing here, considering this show has been in development for at least 2 years, I take it that season 2 is already done and dusted. They have practically finalized the animation. They know when they plan to release it and everything. So we do have to keep that in mind and compare it back to Camp Cretaceous. Why is that? Well, because the first 3 seasons of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous that were pretty much released back to back to back, and they were produced behind the scenes back to back to back, they released between 3 to 4 months apart from each other. So we do have to keep that in mind, because if we take in what we had for Camp Cretaceous and we think 3 to 4 months from now we have June, July, August at the earliest, September at the latest, which means it's not too far away. August, September time, I assume it will probably be at the start of September, but that is not far away whatsoever. And if we were to kind of like very briefly talk about this, because, you know, I'll make a big, more in-depth video about it sometime later, but we could actually expect our first trailer for season 2 sometime next month in June, maybe at the end of the month. So that would be a great way to round off Jurassic June. And once again, if you were to base it off what we got for season 1 and season 2 of Camp Cretaceous, it just seems like June is going to be the teaser trailer, and then at the end of July or the start of August, we will get our final official second trailer, which is a little bit longer than usual for season 2 of Chaos Theory. And then hopefully a release at the end of August the earliest, and at the start of September the latest. So it seems likely that season 2 of Chaos Theory will be coming very, very soon, in August or September. But what else do we have to kind of validate this just a little bit more? Well, there are some sources out there claiming that Mattel Italy and a book publishing company a few weeks ago apparently said that season 2 stuff is coming in August and or September. But that specific source hasn't really backed up their claim anywhere, and they haven't really explained where they got this information from. They haven't really validated it either, and I have asked around, no reply, nothing. I've got my people looking into shit, but they don't know where this information is coming from, so, you know, it's kind of come to a dead end. So until the source backs up their claims as to where they got this information from, it currently remains unreliable. However, we do know that if they were to follow the pattern from Camp Cretaceous into Chaos Theory, an August, September release date for season 2 does make a lot of sense. So, yeah.
So what I want to do is I'm going to pull up the next YouTube channel, and I'm going to turn off the light because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there's a little bit of glare from the TV, so I'm going to go do that. Just give me a few seconds. Sorry, it's just an ad. Give it a sec.
Like free barbecue or cheesy Baja. Give yourself some TLC, tender, love, and chicken for only $1.99. Sonic's crispy tender wraps.
When enamel is gone, you cannot get it back. I recommend Enamel Repair. It actively repairs acid-weakened enamel.
Let's kick things off with a game. Okay, so let's just get this sorted right off the bat. Let's kick things off with a
Okay, ready? This is film theory. Third spot on the list, boys. Third spot on the list.
mini theory. You know how every Jurassic Park movie features dinosaurs chasing humans all over the place looking for a snack? Yeah, probably wouldn't happen, especially when you're talking about the big boys like the T-Rex. You see, T-Rexes are apex predators that need a daily caloric intake of 200,000 calories. The average human body contains a little over 125,000 calories, which is pretty darn close to that 200K daily limit. So at first, that would make it seem like humans are the perfect high-efficiency snack, the power bar pick-me-up for a dinosaur. Except there's one problem with that. The human is gonna run away. Animals are primed to find the most efficient sources of food, and considering that an adult T-Rex topped out somewhere between 15 and 25 miles per hour while they run, or 24 to 40 kilometers an hour, any human with a halfway decent car is gonna be able to get away.
Slow down a little.
I don't think so.
No, Jeff Goldblum, you can listen to her. You don't gotta go that fast.
Must go faster.
And that's not even mentioning our ability to hide in small spaces. A massive 6-ton T-Rex being forced to hunt down a fleeing or hiding human would be hemorrhaging massive amounts of energy. Suddenly, that high-efficiency snack has turned into a high-efficiency workout. And if you're going to be spending those calories in hunting, the payoff is going to need to be much bigger. For proof of this, just look at other apex predators in the wild today. Both lions and wolves can go for almost a week or two without food before finally getting themselves a good catch, at which point they end up eating up to a fourth of their body weight in one sitting. Believe it or not, some crocodiles can go for a year without a meal before they end up chomping down on half their body weight. That pattern holds for many large modern-day predators, with these animals getting weeks or months worth of calories all in one sitting. These are feast and famine animals. If they're going hard after a meal, well, it's gotta be a big one. A human just wouldn't fill that need for a T-Rex. Why go after a puny human when there's a chunky stegosaurus that can give you more food that's easier to take down? It makes scenes like this one in the movie, where a T-Rex leaves a big kill it's already eating to go run after some humans that are a fraction of the caloric value, absolutely ridiculous. No wonder the Spinosaurus kills the T-Rex in the end. It was the far smarter animal. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory, the show where diving into the lore of your favorite franchises has been genetically inserted into our DNA. So if you were a child growing up in the 90s, it's likely that you saw Jurassic Park and fell in love with it. Seriously, this movie and its various sequels created an entire generation of dinosaur kids. Except, there's one problem with that. What's attacking the humans throughout the series, yeah, they aren't dinosaurs.
So I am gonna pull up our number two. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, back to the list. Number two is Emanations.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and I'm 19 now, and I drive the car. Wow, your voice is so high, and you look so young. There's no way you're 19.
So stage.
Anyway, I'm Bryson, and I don't like driving. Driving is scary. I just wish I could teleport. But I guess we're all still stuck with cars, and with that comes some funny stories. So, let's get in. Soon after I got my license, I was looking forward to the opportunity of my first honk. However, no drivers around me had made any serious transgressions, so I hadn't had the opportunity to use my car horn at all. And I couldn't have just honked at nothing because I looked it up and it's actually illegal to honk for no reason. Watch. Put your hands up. No. Anyway, me and my mom were in the car together waiting for the light. The light turned green, but the person in front of me wasn't moving. This is it, the moment I've been waiting for. I can finally honk at someone. Here I go. He wasn't going. You stole my first honk! I was devastated, but I came up with a way to enact revenge. What? You? This other time, me and my brother and some friends were going to a trampoline park to jump around. Brody drove us over there, and we had to sign these waivers. So I start signing the waiver when a lady working there says, "Honey, you need your mommy to sign that." I'm 18. You're not 18. I am 18. You're not 18. Look, I get it. That lady was just doing her job. Kids probably try and lie about their age all the time to that place. But you've got to understand how frustrating it is for me to hear people denying my age all the time. And the condescending and rude tone she used was not appreciated. Since I forgot my license at home, Brody said, "Here's my keys. Go drive home and get your license. We're going to jump without you. Haha, sucks for you." My friend Kira came with me because she's nice, and she listened to me rant about how rude that lady was in the car. Good thing I didn't get pulled over because I wouldn't have had my license. "I'm going to need to see your license and registration." This is my brother's car, and I don't have my license, so no. Anyways, I got my license, drove back, and shoved it in that lady's face. And I got to jump with my friends. However, as we walked out to the car, we found out that in my passionate ranting about the rude lady, I had left the keys in the ignition, leaving the car unlocked and running. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to drive a car. This other time, I was driving down a straight road, just vibing, when I saw someone in front of me pull up, waiting to turn left. For those of you who don't know how a left turn works, you have to yield to the traffic in the road until there's a big enough gap for you to turn left. So, I had the right of way, so I kept driving. Then the guy tried to sneak out into my lane, expecting me to stop for him. When I didn't stop, he hit his brakes, yelled angrily, and had the audacity to honk his horn at me. And I can honestly say it's one of the biggest regrets of my life that I didn't honk back. I should have been like, "Don't you honk your horn at me. You're turning left, broski, so if I were you, I would yield." Learn traffic laws, you gremlin. Hey, you're under arrest for destroying that guy's car. No. Hey guys, it's me.
Okay. Final. It's a tie for. It's a tie for me. The last. For first. And it is. Drumroll, would you please? It's a tie between the Jurassic World Collector and Dino Benjamin. So let's pull them up. First we have the Jurassic World and Park Collector.